Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we bring you the latest breaking news. A fiery confrontation unfolded at a Friday night town hall as Indiana Representative Victoria Spartz faced an angry crowd. And she's preparing to do it all over again. Westfield, Indiana. Just a week after the now infamous group chat among top Trump administration officials sent shockwaves through Washington, the scandal known as Signalgate has gripped Middle America as well. At a raucous town hall on Friday night, third-term Representative Victoria Spartz, Republican Indiana, admitted to frustrated constituents that Signalgate is actually very bad. Hamilton County, home to the affluent and highly educated Republican suburbs of Indianapolis, which Trump won by 6 percentage points, became the latest hotspot for growing political outrage. The anger, spanning both Democratic and independent voters, was largely fueled by the texting scandal. "I promise I'll behave," Spartz quipped to the crowd, rejecting the National Republican Congressional Committee's advice against holding in-person town halls. But the audience wasn't in the mood for jokes. Chants of "do your job" erupted as constituents voiced their frustrations. Spartz, refusing to back down, shouted back in defiance. Despite being in a reliably safe Republican district, Spartz is facing unusual levels of Democratic activism months ahead of the midterms. Of nearly a dozen attendees interviewed, not one identified as a Republican, signaling heightened political tension even in red territory. The event moderator acknowledged that attendees had submitted numerous questions about the explosive group chat before introducing Stephanie from Carmel, a wealthy suburb that former Vice President Mike Pence calls home. Before she could finish her question, asking whether Spartz would demand immediate resignations of officials involved in the group chat, the crowd erupted in cheers, standing and clapping in their most animated moment of the night. "Resignations go to the Senate anyway," Spartz responded to the heated audience. "You should talk to the senators. Hopefully, they have town halls." Last week, one of those senators, Jim Banks, sent donuts to a town hall hosted by the liberal group Indivisible, half as a peace offering, half as a prank. Spartz made it clear that she would not support resignations but admitted, "It's not a good situation," acknowledging that classified information was involved in the Signal chat. The Trump administration, however, maintains that the leaked attack plans were not classified. She also took a moment to defend Elon Musk, the leader of the administration's Department of Government Efficiency. His aggressive cost-cutting approach has sparked backlash at similar town halls nationwide. "Actually, that's what Elon is trying to do," Spartz explained. "He's trying to bring technology into the government." Stephanie Rutter, a 37-year-old hospitality worker, was among those pressing Spartz on the texting scandal. She admitted that she first learned about Signalgate from an Instagram account called "Shit You Should Care About," rather than from The Atlantic, which originally broke the story. "It's everything from Harry Styles to Signalgate," Rutter said, making it clear she wasn't impressed by Spartz's response. She called for the resignations of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, labeling their actions really incompetent. Even before the event began, attendees were already discussing Signalgate. Brian Johnson, a retired Air Force veteran and former Department of Defense consultant, said he had written Spartz a 4-page letter about several issues, including her stance on Ukraine. She voted against a $61 billion aid package for her native Ukraine last year. "But what brought him to the town hall was Signalgate, because I served as long as I did. I have a top-secret clearance," Johnson said. "I know what is classified. When you take operational data and put it out ahead of an attack on another country, that is classified top secret. The fact that they're lying about it, the fact that they are actually perjuring themselves in front of congressional committees, drives me to ask, what are you doing as a congresswoman about an investigation?" Around 500 people packed into the conference center, while an additional 100 protesters gathered outside, their voices occasionally heard inside. Near the end of the event, dozens of attendees walked out, frustrated by what they saw as Spartz's evasive answers. Tim Edson, a longtime Spartz advisor observing from a distance, downplayed the protest. In a text, he wrote, "The room is full of the 5% of liberal maniacs who would lead the Democrat Party to lose a national election 55-45. Despite the fiery exchanges, Spartz did not cut the event short. In fact, she lingered afterward to answer more questions. And perhaps most surprisingly, she's set to do it all over again on Saturday in Muncie, a college town home to Ball State University. By the end of the night, she even earned some reluctant applause from an otherwise hostile crowd. President Trump was elected by the majority of Americans, but I know you are frustrated with Elon Musk, she said. I know you are very frustrated. I want to stay engaged. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.